and good evening. My name is Blodgett. Would you be surprised that when you give money to some charities, that most of the money doesn't go to the people the charity's mission is designed to support? That the money donated goes to administrative costs or something non-directly related to their mission? How do I know this? Because for the last 15 years, I have been working between two different residential care facilities, both nonprofits. In both, we have always tried to reach the magical number of 75% money directly to youth programs. I would like to spend some time today telling you why this happens, what charities are worth their dollars, what charities aren't worth their dollars, and how do you find these charities. Then I would like to show you how to find these charities that would be good stewards for the money that you give. Lastly, I would like to talk about some of the potential scams and ways that you won't waste your time and dollars. First, let's talk about what a charity is, where the money goes, and why. First off, what is a charity? A charity is a business, and like any business, it needs income. Whether it's donations or revenue, it's a business like any other. The difference is that some, maybe most, charities are not-for-profits. Now, just because they are non-for-profit doesn't mean that they don't sell or make a profit from their services. I know that sounds funny, and the difference between for-profit and non-profit is a little out of the scope of this discussion today. Still, it's a business, and usually based on to help someone in some way. These businesses apply for a special designation called a 501c3. This gives them some tax benefits, among other things. Now, as a business, they have expenses, largely employees that help them run the business. These people need to be paid. For every dollar that is received and paid to employees or some other non-direct related cost, that money is not being used for the mission of the charity. So now I ask you, do you want to give to an organization that helps battered women, underprivileged kids, or even your local church? Let's just say 75% of that money is not going to those needy people. Is that somebody that you want to give your money to? When I donate, I want to give money to the people that I'm trying to help. How do I find that type of charity? Well, you can look them up. One of the best places I've found to find this information is Charity Navigator. It's been well known for years as a place to go for information on charities. I'd like to take some time and review and show some of the information there. One of the places I wanted to look up was, well, the church I go to is a charity. As you can see, it is on the list, and it is a charitable organization with a 501c3 designation. But the one I want to discuss a little bit more today is a place I used to work. It's called the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches. Let's just say you live in Live Oak, Florida, and you've heard about the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches and want to give to the youth and program there. Is the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches worthy of your dollars? Let's see. First off, Charity Navigator gives it an overall score and rating, which shows as 87.56%. If you look at their graph, it's almost the top of the chart at almost 4 stars. If you'll notice, down at the program expensive, they spend 75.9% of all the money they receive going directly to the kids in program and associated expenses. Is this the type of charity worth giving to? I think so. but I also worked there and seen the good work that they were doing and the good stewards of the donations that they were. But are charities good? Well, according to an article by Consumer Reports, Best and Worst Charities, the answer is no. This brings me to my last subject. Some charities are just scams in disguise. According to the article, this year 4 cancer charities were charged with defrauding consumers for more than $187 million. Instead of helping cancer patients, the heads of the Cancer Fund of America, Cancer Support Services, Children's Cancer Fund of America, and the Breast Cancer Society allegedly funneled donations to luxury cruises, college tuition for families and friends, gym memberships, sporting events and tickets to concerts, and even dating websites. Not the type of organization I'd like to give to. What are some of the tips from Consumer Reports? Is that charity a scam? First off, the IRS puts out a dirty dozen list of tax scams that fraudulent charities routinely show up on. Other red flags are frequent phone solicitation. This type of for-profit telemarketing firm that makes calls, the significant part of the contribution goes to that for-profit company. Funding the wrong activities. Charity Watch downgrades charities that spend more than 30% on fundraising, and to get Wise Giving Alliance's approval, an organization must spend 65% of their donations on charitable program activities. Playing the name game. Some phony charities use names, seals, and logos that look and sound like those respected legitimate organizations. This is especially prevalent to organizations using veterans and military families to gain your trust. Look out for these types of scams and fraudulent charities. So in conclusion, I'd like to reiterate a few things. Charities are businesses and they need to provide quality services for their mission. That the common recommendation is around 75% of the donations or revenue go to that mission. Finding a website like Charity Navigator to research your giving, or a reliable site or article to help you decide where to give. Lastly, make sure you're not getting scammed. It's good to give. I would even say moral. Just give wisely. Thank you for listening.